everyone, we're back. It's Diecast, and we've got a video today on the recent Matchbox finds, mostly super fast cars. A few of them even older than that. And the cars that I've got here are just a sampling. Those are actually the ones that are not as exciting as the ones that we've got towards the end of this video. There's some here that are really hard to find that I'm really excited about. So let me get cleaned up here and we will be right back. Okay, we are back and let's get together. Blah, blah, blah. Let's start this off by taking a look at some of these super fast cars. So I got in a bunch of lots that I got on eBay and I paid for these. So they were not trades. And some of them I didn't quite know what the condition was. I just saw them, they were up for bid. I had about an hour to decide to bid on them or not. I did, and I was very happy with what I got. So we'll start off. This one actually has some condition issues. It's got a little bit of a scrape up here, but this is the Dodge Charger. No, it's not a Charger. It's the Dodge Concept. I always forget the names on these. Dodge Charger MK3. And this one, I've got about 3 or 4 of these. I don't have this green, and if this was in real good shape, I'd be super excited. The window's a little dented here, and it's got a scratch right there and right there. But, pretty cool car. It's also got the red base. This one's a little bit harder to find in green. Next up, we've got a little Porsche. This is a Porsche 911, I think. It is a Porsche Turbo. This guy. Get him in frame there. And I've got a bunch of these. They tend to be one of the more common cars. This one has a lighter interior than I've seen before, but I don't think that means anything. And I'll try to show the base real quick. The diehards always want to see the base with these Matchbox cars. By the way, if you're into collecting variations in Hot Wheels, like color variations, Walmart exclusives, you might want to look at the Matchbox cars, because collecting Matchbox cars is a whole lot like collecting variations. There's tons of variations on these cars, from base labeling to colors to interior designs to windshield colors and so forth. So, you can, if you know what you're looking for, you can find some pretty nice cars. So, little green Porsche Turbo. Put him back down here. Next up, we've got a Model T, 1921 Model T. Get this guy in frame. These cars, for the collectors, know that there is a bunch of these Model Ts, these 1921 Model Ts. They're used a lot for promotional stuff, and there is just pages and pages of them in my collector guide. But this one came in the lot. Michigan Auto Works. It's not worth much. This one probably goes for about $1 to $2, even in good shape. So, but there you go. Again, we'll try to get the bases on each of these. I hope I can remember to do that. This one's made in China, black base. I don't think there's any variations on this particular one. One of the only ones in brown. Next up, we've got emergency vehicle. Is that what this guy is called? He is called command vehicle. Command vehicle foam truck. This one in red. This one also comes with the exact opposite colors. It comes with a yellow with a red stripe too. There's a lot of these emergency vehicle fire trucks. It's called command vehicle is the name, but there's a lot of them. But this particular foam truck comes in 2 colors. It's got the blue windshield. Again, we'll try to get the base on each of these because I know you guys like to see the base. This one's made in Macau. If you haven't heard my story on the Macau and England and China and Hong Kong, you can see that in a previous video. Next up, we've got a little Land Rover. This one's not as old. Pretty good shape. The dirt and the scratching is all part of the paint job. I really like this one because it's got a dyno on it. And I've got a soft spot for any cars with dynos on them. Some sort of, what is it, dyno digger? I can't read that. Archaeologist. dyno truck. Again, here's the base on it. This one's a Thailand casting. You can't always go by those dates on the bottom of the Hot Wheels, by the way. Probably knew that already. Next up, we've got this one's a dragster. What was his real name? He is a road dragster. This one's one of the more common cars to find. This one's a little trashed. Doesn't have its windshield. No windshield. It's supposed to have a windshield right there. And it doesn't have its tampos. If it had tampos, I think this one did. And its engine's got a lot of condition problems. This one I could bring back to life and restore. We'll see if we want to go that far with it. He's not worth much in the condition he's in there, though. And again, take a look at the bottom on him. There we go. Is that right side up? That's not right side up. There we go. Matchbox. This one's made in England. This is one of the original Superfast cars. You can see his wheels are a little tweaked. His suspension. Next up, we've got a gruesome twosome. This poor guy lost his engine, which is the fate of almost all of these gruesome twosomes that I've seen. And purple windshield, gold. This guy would be worth some money if he was in better shape. The customizers get a hold of his engines quite a bit. 2 engines for the price of 1, but not bad. I'll show you the bottom on it. There we go. Gruesome twosome, made in England. It's one of the original Superfasts. So next up, we've got a little Ford tractor. I think this is a Ford tractor. Yeah, Ford tractor, blue. This guy just happened to be in the lot. It's got the cream colored inside, metal base, and oops, upside down. And Ford tractor, made in England. It's older than it looks. It's in pristine condition, considering. Looks like it's brand new. Next, we've got, moving on over here, we've got this is an Airways transit bus. Is that what he's got? Airport coach. British Airways. Amber windows. Very good condition on this guy. Real nice car. I have a couple of these, but the tops are always broken on them. A lot of plastic on this to get scratched up. Hard to find in good shape. And the base, Superfast, England. Base. Again, a lot of these. There's a lot of them with different airlines on them. Next up, trying to keep track of these here. Here's our next guy. This guy's got some condition issues. Pontiac Firebird Racer. This one gives me fits when I'm trying to look it up in my guide, because I'll show you why. On the bottom, this guy says Pontiac Firebird, if you can see it right up there at the top. Pontiac Firebird Racer. But there's a bunch of cars that look exactly like this one. And it always throws me. There's a bunch of them that have this kind of ribbed back windshield. This guy's worth about $3 to $4 if he's in good shape. This one really isn't in great shape, but it's good enough for my collection. Next up is, we've got 2 little Porsches. And these guys are another one that give me fits. That's why they're together. This is the Porsche Turbo, but I believe its true name is Porsche Turbo Racer. It's a 944 Turbo. And I got 2 of them here. Mainly, 2 of them came in the thing. Here, let's put them on this side. That guy's door is a little loose. And if you can't tell the difference, the interior color is a little bit different, but the main difference is this guy is this is the Macau casting, 944 Turbo, also goes by 944 Racer, and this guy is a Thailand casting, Two different cars, released at two different times. They just look exactly the same. So, next up, trying to go fast so we can get quite a few of these in. I think this is going to end up being a two-part one. We've got a Fire Chief, Mercury Fire Chief. This one's called a Mercury. I always call it Fire Chief, but that's not its name. It's the Mercury. Yeah, it goes by Mercury, but most of these are Fire Chief cars. This one's in white, and you can see it lost its sticker. That's not a tampo, that's a sticker. And it's been rubbed off, and so I don't know what it originally said. I think it probably said police, and then it probably had a Los Angeles emblem there, because best I can tell with the cream, with the ivory interior and the blue lights, this guy was a Los Angeles police car, I think. Not quite sure. Oh, you guys want to see the bottom. I keep forgetting that. I said I would do better with that. There you go. Made in England. It's old. He's an oldie. Next up, I don't think a single lot goes by without one of these guys in it, but this one's a little different, and I did not bring my others out to show you. I've got about 7 of these, and they're all different. This one has a clear windshield and like a chrome, it's a silverish gold inside. And that one's a little bit rarer to find. A little bit harder to find. It's got a black base, Superfast, made in England. It's older than it looks. It's a pretty old car for being in perfect shape. Next up, we have, get them off here. Here we go. We got 2, and these guys, they go by Fairchild, is the name on them. I'm not sure which one of these is harder to find. I've never seen this one. This was one of the reasons I bought the lot, was this particular one with the white interior and the big Z on the front. But this one might be the harder one to find, it turns out. So I'm not sure. You can see on the bottom, Superfast cars, Fairchild. They're Fairchild, or Fairlady, I'm sorry, I called them Fairchild. It's Fairlady. And that is not necessarily what these cars always go by, but I have forgotten the name. This one you can take a look at too. It's another super fast car, Fairlady. Hong Kong base. This one was a Hong Kong base. So, 2 of the Fairladies. Next up, rollomatic. Here, I'll roll him in. You can see him rolling. Watch his back tailpipes there, bumping up and down. And he's a rollomatic. And for those that aren't familiar with the rollomatics, there's a little gizmo on the back of these tires here. Where is it? Right there. See that little peg? And it moves around and clunks on things on the inside of the car and makes it move. This one's got the yellow interior, amber windows. Well, this was the one I was trying to figure out if those were amber or not. Pretty sure those are amber colored windows. And this guy is a I have forgotten. He is a Clipper. If he has the white pipes on the back, he's worth quite a bit of money. White interior would be worth more money. Clear windows would be worth more money. So this is the more common one to find. Even at that, this one's worth quite a bit of money. I got it for about 80 cents. And he goes in the price guide for somewhere around $5 to $10 in this condition. So, next up, got a Sunburner. There he is. You've probably seen one of these before in my videos. I've got a couple of these. We've got a bunch, but this one has a lot of the excitement on these cars on the base. Got the England base. Oh no, it doesn't. It's got a Hong Kong base. I think I switched it. I think this was my old one and I put my new one back on the shelf by accident. But yeah, a lot of the excitement with these Matchbox cars is on the base of them. Opening doors. A lot of the Matchbox Superfast had opening doors on them. Very cool little cars. All these roll fantastic too, by the way. Okay, next up, looks like we are going to have to do 2 videos. Next up, I've got a Hellraiser. There's Hellraiser. That is not what I think of when I think of a Hellraiser, but that is a Hellraiser. This one's in pretty good shape. His Tampa's got a little bit of a stain on it there. Right in there. It's bled a little bit. That blue has kind of bled off a little bit of scraping right there. I've got a few of these. This one has the England base on it. It's unpainted, and I don't have one with the unpainted base. So a lot of times the Matchbox cars, what I mean by unpainted is they'll have a metal base, but they'll be painted black or gray, or they'll sell them unpainted, or they'll have a plastic base sometimes. And they'll all look really pretty much the same sometimes, except for that, or they'll have interior colors that are different, windows that are different. They have price guides if you're interested in any of those. And they'll kind of explain what you're looking at. Next up, was very excited to see this one. Lost track of one of the cars. Very excited to see this one. This one is the Flaming Manta. It also goes by a different name, and now I have forgotten the name. See if I wrote it down here in my notes. Nope. But this one's got the amber windows, yellow paint, flame tattoos as their tampos, flame tampos. It's got a little bit of condition issue right there. Its chrome has flaked off. But this is really the best condition I've seen one of these. And they are not easy to find in good shape. These particular tampos that came with the Matchboxes came off really easily. If I scratched that with my fingernail, it would come off. They're very hard to find in good shape. So I got that one, and we got a white one. Yellow one's worth more, but we got a white one too. I usually see these going for well over 10 bucks. And 80 cents for these, I will take it every single time. Because I just love these cars. These are the cars I had when I was a kid. Okay, next up. We're going to wrap this video up with some real finds here. Was very excited about these. In fact, the last one is one of the reasons I got this lot. We'll start with this. This is a Red Planet Scout. If you've been collecting cars for a while, you've probably seen these at shows. These Planet Scouts were one of the more popular Matchbox models, and this particular one was one of the more common models. It's got the amber windows. It's got a chrome interior. It looks gold, but that's because of the windows. You can tell it's chrome because this piece here is part of the interior. Amber lights, and the base on it is a black base. And it's an England casting there. I don't know if you can see that. So that's the first one. And then we got this one. And he is not in great shape. This one needs some help. And this one. And can you tell the difference? Besides the scratches on this guy. This guy's in pretty good shape. Can you tell the difference? The difference is the base color. One is apple, green apple, and the other one is lime. And I don't know which is which, but they're different. They're actually in the price guide as different models. So, pretty happy with those. And these Planet Scouts are hard for me to find cheap. I see quite a few of them, and they're usually in not great shape. They've been played with. But this one is one of the real finds. And before I put this one up there, it's a Planet Scout. And it was one of the 2 reasons I got this whole auction. So all these other cars, I was after this one. And that is this guy. He is an avocado Planet Scout with purple windows. And that means he came with one of the Adventure 2000 sets, which are very, very hard to find. And he is worth a lot of money. I don't know exactly how much he's worth, but I would say he's worth over 20 bucks. We'll see. I've been tracking him on eBay, and that's about how much they go for in this condition. He's in just real pristine condition, too. So, one of my favorite Matchbox cars. I had a green one with the lime base when I was a kid, the more common one. And now I've got 5 or 6 of these, all different castings. But this one is a little bit of a precursor to the next video, in that at the end of the next video there is another Adventure 2000 casting, and I will catch up with you in the next video. We're going to log off with this one. Thanks for watching. Watch part 2. It'll be out here very soon, and I will talk to all of you later. Thanks.